I will be going through the pages of this report. No, I want to highlight that this is a new area for us. This is the first content of that kind that we worked on. So we would really appreciate any feedback that you have, and also ideas for some of the next publications that we'll be hopefully working on. So if you've got some ideas on another big topics that we should cover, please reach out to us over LinkedIn or through email, and we would love to open the discussion. Uh, the report itself is based out of the survey that we've launched at the end of last year. It ended up mid December, and we've gathered over 100 responses from people from all across the world, and we put together the output, the analysis of those answers in that sort of format. We hope that it will be easy to follow, and we hope that you will find it quite insightful. You will find there things that are not surprises or information that are not surprises. So for us, it was not surprising that optical data, RGB and multispectral accounted for 44% of the answers from respondents. So no surprise here. But for me, it was actually quite surprising to see that 15% of organizations that took part in the survey used radar data. Right. So for me, still radar data are quite challenging to work with, to process, and it seems that they are really entering the mainstream. It was also surprising for us to see that majority of the respondents used Earth observation data on a daily basis, which again means that this data is actually bringing value every day, and they are really already within the mainstream use across different organizations. Uh, Interesting fact, and we didn't expect it at all, was that 42% of respondents use data of a very high resolution, so 50 centimeters or higher resolution, uh, which shows that the commercial data are really important, right? So this is not only about open data, it's also a lot about the commercial data sources. For me, as a person working during my daytime shift in the drone sector, it was also interesting to see that nearly 14% of respondents use the resolution that is normally associated with either drone or aerial data. So there's also a big demand for those higher resolutions across different Earth observation projects and the sector. It is not surprise that open data now has marked huge and significant in the survey, but again, for me, it was surprising to see that 83 of respondents use some sort of commercial Earth observation data. Uh, no, I really see a big shift here because working in the sector still 2 or 3 years ago, wanting to buy satellite data from organizations such as Maxar or such as Airbus, it was quite challenging to buy it. So I see a role here of those marketplaces such as Up42, among others, of really making it more accessible to acquire commercial data, not being a huge government organization with millions of dollars worth of contracts. And the survey proves it to be right. 28% of people access satellite data through marketplaces, combined with the 17% that are using a combination of different methods. So typically the marketplaces plus directly from the satellite operators. It shows the role of enhanced access to Earth observation data through such platforms. Unfortunately, today this still does not go together with significant budgets. So although 27% of respondents preferred not to reveal their budgets, we see that only 9% of organizations have budgets exceeding $50,000, which is, frankly speaking, from the perspective of the cost of overall data acquisition, this is not significant. So there is still quite a lot to be done uh, to uh, to make new or make new use cases and new applications of satellite data more accessible, and also presenting the value to organizations to have the higher budget fix for such data. No surprise, I guess, for majority of us that QGIS ranks high, and it ranks really high as a top tool across all sizes of organizations. But for me, an interesting message here is that Google Earth Engine or tools alike are used by nearly 20% of respondents, which actually shows that this, say, industrial scale processing and analytics is more and more important, and it shows that the scale of those projects are also bigger and bigger. Let me just highlight one last thing. Uh, Still, the cost is the biggest barrier for majority of all of us working in the Earth observation space. Uh, and some of the biggest barriers are also data availability and also ease of accessing commercial data. So although there is an improvement in this space, data availability uh, and accessing this data from commercial platforms is something that needs to be improved. And I can only confirm that aiming to buy archive satellite data, very high or very high resolution data for some specific locations have been quite challenging. So I look forward to the developments within the sector. So additional over 100 very high resolution satellites that are supposed to be launched over the next 3 years should certainly help out with sorting that problem. Let me pause here. No, I hope that I highlighted some of the key things that you will be able to find in the report. Uh, I invite you to check it out. Thanks, Mudu, for popping it up. So read in detail, send us your feedback, and I hope that you will find some of the interesting insights that will help you in your uh, daily work or business, or maybe convincing someone to uh, invest further in EO in your projects or at your companies. Thanks so much.